What's up, Kyle? What's going on, brother? Sophia, how you doing? What is going on, y'all? Morning, afternoon. Bud, my man, how you doing, bro? Brianna, good to see you out there. You guys are just coming in, make sure you hit one of those reactions. All right, getting some things set up here. What's up, Andy? Robert? Jenna? Good to see you. How we all doing today? Excuse me. Oh man, suddenly getting like a little bit of a headache. All right, this is what it's looking like here, guys. This might be a little bit small for you guys. Let me make this a little bigger. This is what we're working on here. You guys read that okay? Make that slightly bigger. 1836 Revolution Gaming. Nice. I've never seen your page. Welcome. Tyler, Andy dropping the 100 stars. Little love for you, brother. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Much appreciated. What's up, guy? How's the weather up north? Beautiful. Beautiful out, man. Past 2 days. PC comes Friday. Nice. Ernie will be back in the fold. Matthew, what's going on, bro? How you doing, man? Brianna dropping a ton of shares. Thank you, Brianna. Andy coming in with those 100 stars as well. Don't forget to drop a share and a reaction, guys, if you're just joining us. I'd appreciate it. Matthew coming in with 526 days. All right. So, yeah. The Run for Your Life event. This is going to be coming up. We're going to do it on Friday. That's one of the key things to point out here. I know some people were disappointed they couldn't participate in the last event because it was on the weekend. Good lord, I'm like super bright. I gotta do something about that. The color looks way off because of this big white screen in front of me. Wait a minute. I just realized I had this in dark mode and now it's not in dark mode anymore. Well, that is really... So you can have it in dark mode until it goes live? That's when it switched. Sorry guys, I'm just looking really quick here. Okay, I guess we just have to keep this super bright. Ryan's undercover vampire. There you go. That's pretty much it. It's because of these white screens in front of my face. Like, watch. If I minimize this, I get rid of that. And that. There. That's like the accurate lighting. You know what it is? Maybe I have my brightness too high on my screens. Okay, all right, so back to what we're going to be working on here today. You try to sit back a little bit so I'm not self-conscious. What's up, Gamizzy? How you doing, brother? All right, so the event is going to be the Run for Your Life event. Basically, it's going to be made up of two different groups. You're going to have your hunters and your runners. Both are playable. It's going to be teams of 4 for the runners, teams of 5 for the hunters, just so that there is... a difference as far as, you know, one group fearing the other a little bit more, I guess we could say. Come join me on the border. Riggs, what is going on down there? Appreciate the 100 stars, brother. What is going on? Like, what? I feel like stuff's going on that's not being mentioned in the media or the news. So anyways, each team, each one of the runner, excuse me, each one of the runner teams will have a medic. Each team will be a unique color, so they need to wear a full outfit, either yellow, red, whatever, what have you, just so that they kind of stick out, and also so that you know what teams are together. Can barely hear you. Can you hear me now? I mean, it should be pretty loud. It's kind of where it always is. So they will all start in the same area, and we're going to jump into the test server here because this is where we're going to be setting this up. And we're also going to jump in Codewalker a little bit, do a little bit of customizing of the map, so you guys will get to be and see how this is going to form up. With the Red Dawn event, I kind of did it all secretively. Words are tough. I did it all secretively. With this event, we're going to make it a little bit more publicly known as it's being put together. So hopefully it attracts more people to come participate in the event. Excuse me. Good Lord. I got coffee burps. Genesis lived in Arizona 25 years, and the rest of the country definitely doesn't hear about everything on the border. Oh, I know, for sure. I mean, I'm seeing some pictures that get posted up in, like, Discord and stuff, and I'm just like, what is going on? What is all of this? I guess there's, like, a flood of people coming into the country right now. Or attempting to, at least. What's up, Cordite? How you doing, bro? Good to have you. Alicia, how you doing? If you guys are just joining us, we are going to be working on setting up for the upcoming event, which is going to be the Run for Your Life event. What's up, Voodoo? Okay, don't log out on a ladder, apparently. That's not a good idea. All right, here we are. With nothing. Perfect. All right. So I'm trying to still formulate this whole idea in my head a little bit, and I'm gonna talk to the community, try to get some input as well. I think maybe we'll hold a community meeting just to have a discussion about this event, so people can present ideas, things to add, things to change, yada yada yada. But basically, the goal of this whole endeavor is going to be, and you can see some of this is already set up. These red areas are toxic areas that you have to avoid. Obviously, you're going to die. You know, we're all familiar with radiation and how that all works, right? Okay, so everybody is going to start out down here on this little area. I'm not entirely sure how it's going to be. It's probably going to be like our team releases from here, 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 here. Something along those lines. Everybody starts out a little bit spread out, but as far as the runners go, the running teams, they'll all start out in like this area, we'll say. Maybe one here at this area code, here, here, here. Something like that. They have to then navigate all the way up here to the Northern Islands. And we're going to go into Codewalker. We're going to set up some kind of a structure or something up there that they'll be trying to get to. Keep in mind, all of this red area, you cannot enter or you will die. Okay? So those are the typical radiation zones that we are familiar with. So I have these kind of placed strategically here. And I might move these around. I might add more of them as time goes. But as you can see, what this initially is going to cause is that, okay, let's say, you know, we have these groups that are starting out and they're approaching this area. They're going to have a choice. Are we going to go this way? Or are we going to go over here and cross over this way? You know what I mean? There's multiple bridges to cross. Now, the reason that these decisions are going to need to be thought out and a little bit calculated, guys, is because of the hunters. The hunters are going to start out, I'm not 100% sure where. I'm thinking maybe Stab City will be in the hunter base, if you will. Or maybe Sandy Shores, I don't know yet. But they will, this is going to be a different group of people that will be trying to actively go out, search, find the runners, and kill them. That is their whole purpose. So as they're going down and searching, they have no idea where the runners are going to be. The runners have no idea where the hunters are going to be. And the idea is to try to force them to meet almost, but you still have some freedom, of will of like how you're going to navigate through this area. So you have these bottlenecks, kind of like this area here is a little bit of a bottleneck. Here's a bottleneck. Here's a bottleneck, obviously. Here's a bridge, you know what I mean? That's as tight as it gets. So you're going to have these areas that the hunters are going to be, probably primarily looking for the runners. Now, it'll be up to the runners to approach these areas, scout them out, look to see if you see anybody, you know what I mean? Maybe hide in a bush, sneak from one bush to another. There's going to be like a lot of stealth that's going to be required on the runner's part. Now, there will be zombies infesting the world at the same time. So on top of the fact that the runners are going to have to navigate on foot, okay, and it might change. They might be able to have access to like a bicycle at some point in time, something along those lines. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, this isn't all set in stone. But they're going to have to navigate on foot from the starting area all the way up to Paleto Bay. And in between is this world infested with zombies, as well as hunters who will be roaming around in packs of 5 on dirt bikes, searching for the runners. So just try to paint this whole picture in your head. You got a zombie-infested world. You got a group of people that are going to try to get from one point to the other. And while they're actively trying to do that, there's going to be this other group of people that are trying to kill them. We'll call them cannibals. We're calling them hunters. They're hunting these people to eat them, essentially. So there is still roleplay involved in all of this. In your group, it'll 100% be roleplay between you and the other either runners or the other hunters, if you will. The runners are going to be fearful, the entire time of the hunters. They're going to be sneaking and hiding, things along those lines. They're going to be primarily restricted to only melee weapons to start off. So, and this is going to go on both sides. Hunters and runners will be restricted strictly to melee weapons. So, when you're out here and you're on foot, you'll have the ability to fight back, but, it's going to be very close quarters and very dangerous to do. As you progress further through, as you progress further north, you'll have the ability to find shops that will be able to sell pistols. Now, you can buy a pistol, but you're going to be very limited on ammunition. And the reason for that is because we don't want people just mowing down zombies, you know what I mean, taking it casual. We want people to be constantly running, constantly fearful, and constantly struggling, to be honest with you. If you're going to be a hunter or a runner, there's going to be somewhat of a struggle there. Excuse me. Can you overload it with zombies or no? Because it seems like there doesn't be that more zombies unless it's. Can you rephrase that entire sentence, brother? I'm not following what you're putting down. The red areas are going to be radiation areas. So you will get sick if you go into these areas, and you will eventually die if you go into those areas. So there might be people that are like, oh, let's try to, squeeze through here. I really wouldn't recommend it, but I can't tell you. I haven't tried it myself, so I don't know if it would, successfully work. What's up, Andrew? How you doing today, brother? We are talking and setting up for the next event that's going to be coming here. It's going to be the Run for Your Life event. So if you guys are just joining us, welcome. It's good to have you. Zombies equal Last Caesar's losers. There you go. I love it. I love it, bro. There's a little Running Man. There's like a little Running Man thing. Because in Running Man, they would always say, like, the winners or basking in the Maui thing, and they'd be like, let's check in on last season's winners. But in reality, they were actually killed and they were just corpses. That's how I'm looking at that, at least Aliens for Humans. It's kind of the flip side of things, but yeah. Okay, what else do I want to tell you guys about this whole thing? So each team of runners will have a medic with them, so an EMS person, essentially, but that person will be able to revive one of their teammates if they get down, or multiple teammates. Now, they will be limited to how many times they're going to be able to revive people, because they're going to have to buy the med kits to revive, which is going to cost money. So you're going to have to balance out how your money is going to go in this whole thing as well. Where is it here? So each team member will start with the same amount of money. So essentially, let's say each team member starts with 10 grand. A team of 4 obviously is going to have $40,000 between them. They can either pull their money together to decide how they're going to purchase items, or each individual person can decide, like, I'm going to buy my own stuff to survive. It's going to be the same with the hunters. They're going to start with a limited amount of money. They're going to have to be able to purchase items to hunt, including dirt bikes. So they won't be able to just have dirt bikes accessible to them for free. They'll have to spend some money to be able to get a dirt bike. So with that said, if you have a team of 5, it might make sense not for all 5 members to not buy a dirt bike. It might make sense, so that 3 members buy a dirt bike. And then you double up on 2 of the dirt bikes, and then you have more money for equipment, weapons, what have you. So that's something else to think about. I kind of want to get people planning out like this. Is it just a city or the whole map? You're running the entire length of the map. So you're going to head from here. And this is just a theoretical route. You would head from here, and you could follow all the way up. And this is going to take time. You know what I mean? This is going to definitely take time for people. You're going to be navigating something like this all the way around to the Northern Islands. This is going to be the end game, which is a pretty cool spot, especially for like a zombie apocalypse type of situation. I feel like this is where people would be like fleeing to live. The Northern Islands. So, yeah, that's the general idea of this. Now, like I said, there's going to be a world full of hunters out here hunting the runners. So you don't want to just go the most direct route or the most obvious route, I would say personally. Because if I was a hunter, I would be like, dude, let's just hang out in this area and we're going to see some people coming through. You know what I mean? So as a runner, I need to be like, okay, we got to consider, is this a smarter route or should we go this way? And when we get there, do we take the high ground? Do we take the low ground? Do we wait until the cover of nightfall? Do we hang out and wait? Do we push ahead? There's going to be a lot of choices that need to be made throughout this entire thing. It's not going to just be like purely playing a video game. It's very much going to be role play involved, especially from the point of view of, from both points of view. If you're a runner, you're going to be very fearful and sneaky. So that's going to be your role play, is really embracing that kind of situation that you're in. And then as a hunter, you're a much more aggressive person. So it's a completely different style of role play. So I would say, if you're trying to decide on what you even want to play, to just think about the mindset that the person that you're going to be role playing is going to be in before you jump into it. You might be like, oh, it'd be really fun to hunt people, but like, is that really going to be something that I'm going to be able to role play accurately? Am I going to be able to role play that the best? That's something that I think should be considered. What's up, Eldorado? Good to see you, Dad. So Alicia brings up about food and drink. Can they get that in dumpsters or stores? So I've been thinking about how that whole thing is going to plan out. I thought about the dumpster idea, but I really don't want to see people worried about searching dumpsters. Like, their primary focus is going to be kind of moving ahead. So I don't want them getting stuck in this thing where they're just constantly searching through dumpsters trying to get a whole bunch of stuff, right? That kind of goes hand in hand with the whole balance of the whole idea of this, is you got to balance out when you're going to be traveling and when you're going to be taking your time, if you will. And then I thought about the fact that we can make it so that you are required to hunt to be able to get your food. So if you're getting hungry, we got to go kill an animal to get meat and then throw it on the fire, cook it up, and get meat that way. That's something else I thought about. But then it's like, okay, well, do I want them focused on trying to hunt when they're trying to be moving forward? So I think essentially the idea is going to be that in the starting area, I'm sorry, guys. Drinking this coffee this morning, I just have a little bit of a phlegm issue. That's gross. I know. I'm sorry. Sorry, can you overload it with zombies or no? Because small groups only get a little zombie attacks versus a larger group. So, Riggs, I don't know if you saw, but basically the way that it's, I mean, this can play out differently. Runners are going to be teams of 4. So I would imagine that the runners are probably always going to be together. Those 4 people will always be together. The hunter teams are going to be 5. Groups of 5, so it's just one more person, essentially. I kind of feel like they're going to be splitting up a little bit more because they got to find them, right? So they're going to split up. They'll be on the same radio channel, and I'm going to be like, hey, I'm over here at this zip code. I see runners over here. You guys got to get over here. And then he's going to kind of keep an eye on them until the rest of the hunters get there, and then they're going to try to attack them. So in that sense, it's kind of always going to be the same amount of group sizes. You're always going to have groups of 4. You're always going to have groups of 5 between the 2 groups. As far as, like, you know, the spawning of the zombies, I don't want the zombies to be overwhelming. The zombies are just essentially to be in the world to keep you on your toes. Not your primary concern. Your primary concern is going to be the hunters. And hunters, you're just going to have this thought in the back of your head that there's zombies out here, so that when I'm attacking the runners, I gotta be under the understanding that I could be killed by a zombie as well. You know what I mean? Gary, that's such a funny movie. What's going on, Rick? How you doing, man? Toby says traps available. What do you mean by traps? Like booby traps? I hope the groups of hunters theme it up like that. Less about the killing, more about the RP. Yeah, I know. I do too, bro. I hope that they really do. I've been trying to come up with some unique ideas for the hunters. So more of that will be discussed as we go forward. And like I said, I want to have some community events, try to get some ideas from the community on ideas that we could add in and incorporate into this, or maybe just change altogether. So I'm still kind of up in the air with this whole plan. Not anything is set in stone. Toby says yes. I guess about the booby traps. I mean, we're kind of stuck to what essentially could work in the game. I mean, booby traps is a cool idea, but I mean, when you look at the grand scale of the map, it kind of be hard to set up a booby trap. It's possible, but it's like, it would need a lot of planning. There'd need to be a lot of thought put into it, Toby. We'll put it that way. A lot of things are possible. They just require a lot of time and effort and thought, essentially. It's why you got to really weigh out. You know what I mean? Do I want to spend days working on this feature? And is this feature going to be that important? Is it worth spending days working on this? You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So it's like The Walking Dead and all that. Kind of like The Walking Dead, except the zombies aren't like so slow that they would really never kill anybody. I love The Walking Dead, but those zombies are just terrible. They're god-awful. I don't see how anybody dies in that show. You have to fall over or have like one leg. Are those being hunted able to defend themselves against the hunters? Absolutely. Yeah, they'll definitely have access to weapons. Again, this is going to be a decision that they're going to have to make as a team, is how are we going to spend our money? You're going to have access to purchase melee weapons. Obviously, those will be pretty affordable. Excuse me. But if you want to be able to get things like a pistol, a pistol is going to be expensive, and the ammunition is going to be even more expensive, so that you're limited, and you're going to have to use that pistol wisely. You can't just be doming every zombie you see along the way. You know what I mean? You got to be like, do I want to shoot these zombies? No, it doesn't make any sense to shoot these zombies. We need to move. We need to just outrun them. We need to keep going. So that's going to be part of it. And I mean, to be honest, you don't really want to be popping off rounds as a runner because you're giving away your position to other zombies and to the hunters, obviously. So yeah, what's up, Jonathan? How you going, brother? We are discussing the setup for the next upcoming event that we're going to be having here. It's going to be the Run for Your Life event. What's up, Julia? Welcome. So I'd love to have like bows and arrows and stuff like that. It doesn't exist in GTA, so that's not something that we'll be able to do, is the whole bow and arrow thing. Because I thought that'd be kind of cool too. But yeah, it'll be bats, knives, fire axe, sledgehammer, those kind of things, bricks, crowbars, you know, all the regular GTA 5 melee weapons, and then maybe some custom ones to skin over, you know, existing ones. What would be a good idea if a group of runners run into another group of runners? So if you look here, teams cannot work together and must show hostility towards each other. So if one group of runners runs into another group of runners, they're either going to be attacking them or just running away from each other, essentially. Sticky bombs. Yes, AJ, sticky bombs is probably going to be involved in this, brother. Just to let you know. Sticky bombs will probably be in this. Molotov cocktails. Some of the weaponry that we don't commonly see will be involved in this for sure. Just to bring this back up, just so you guys can catch up if you're just joining us and you're wondering what we're discussing. This is going to be the Run for Your Life event. It's going to be this Friday, 7 p.m. Tried to feel out what was best for the community, and I feel like a Friday would probably be pretty good. 7 p.m. seems to be the best time. It's going to be runners, hunters, zombies. The goal of the runners is going to be to reach the safe area, which is going to be the Northern Island. The goal of the hunters is going to be hunt down and kill all of the runners. Do keep in mind some of these details are subject to change. But just to give you a rundown, all of the runners will start down here in this area, and then they will need to safely navigate all the way north to the Northern Islands here in Paleto. These red areas are radioactive areas. You will die and get sick if you go into those areas. So those are strategically placed on the map to funnel people essentially through the world. We don't want people just way out here on the edge of the map. You know what I mean? So we're essentially funneling people through here, through certain choke points, so that the hunters are able to catch up with them and find them. And also just to keep you on your toes, so that when you're running, you're going to have to constantly like looking at your map to make sure you're not running into a radiation area. That might be a recommendation to a group. You might want to designate one person as the map guy. He's the navigator. Okay, he's constantly checking the map to navigate and make sure that we're going the way that we want to be going. You have your medic, and then you have your other guys that are on guard, either taking care of zombies, looking for hunters, what have you. But probably make up some kind of role between each person involved in your group of 4. How's the winner determined? It's going to be determined by the first group to reach the Northern Islands. We may have an end game planned. It all just depends on how the event folds out. If all the teams successfully navigate to the Northern Island, then what we'll do is we'll have all of the runners band together as one, and then we'll have all the hunters band together as one, and the hunters will invade and try to kill the runners. So there is an end game possibility as far as that goes. Now, if all of the runners are killed on their way up here, or the game goes quick, we might start it over. We might flip the roles. I don't know. You know, we're subject to change, so we'll see how it goes and what's going to be the best. Are we going to have radios for the teams? Yes. Everybody will be able to get a radio. What's going on, Knuckles? Theme Hunters, Tase Crews, Rocket Boys, Car Crew. We must run people down, Bat Boys, Molotov Kids, Sticky Bomb Crew, Force to RP, and Strategy, other than pull the trigger and die. Well, the gun thing is going to be super limited. Super limited. I kind of like where you're going with that. That's a cool idea. But I want to see a lot of melee weapons out there. I want to see a lot of baseball bats. I want to see, even with knives. I mean, let me see here. Is there a time limiter on a person can be in the irradiated area? I mean, as long as your life lasts, essentially, brother. You know what I mean? Oh, the train is going to be running. There's going to be trains running as well. I figure we'll just throw that in there. It could be beneficial. It could be not beneficial. It's going to kind of be up to the survivors to figure that out. I think I'm hurt. Everything looks fuzzy to me. Yeah, I am terrible. Every freaking bone on my body is broken. So yeah, the train is running. So if there's a group of runners running from some hunters and the train is there, they could all quick jump onto the train and get away. But the train could potentially take them into a radioactive zone that could kill them. So yeah. I thought hunters would be fully stocked with guns. No. No way, bro. No. Yeah, it's gonna be completely different. Shit, I don't have a weapon. Oh god. I was gonna show you guys, you know, because we have the damage modified, obviously. So even if I was using a knife, I think I tested it last night. With a hunting knife, it would take 7 stabs to kill a zombie. Now, zombies are stronger than people are as far as their life goes. They've got like 3 times as much health as just, you know, a regular person. So, you know, out here just knocking out zombies with your fist, that's not really a viable option. Sure, it can be accomplished, but look how much time that took. You know what I mean? So using your melee weapons will be a little bit more damage, but it's not going to be a ton of damage. You're not going to just be hacking and slashing your way through this. The whole idea of this is a struggle, kind of. Are we gonna have, or are you picking the team? So, it's gonna be random strangers for each group. This team, if you sign up as a runner, you'll be set up with 4 other random strangers, 4 other random runners. Hunters will be put with 4 other random hunters. Did I say that right? If you're a runner, you'll be put with 3 other random runners, and if you're a hunter, you'll be put with 4 other random hunters. I feel like I didn't say that right again, but you guys get the gist of what I'm trying to say here. The teams are going to be randomized. You will essentially just pick, I want to be a runner or I want to be a hunter, and then I'm going to put those people together randomly. The reason that I'm doing that, there is a reason behind that. You could be like, man, I want to play with my friends and stuff like that. I can completely understand that, but the thought process behind this is so that you're meeting new people, for one. And for number 2, you're learning to work with other people. You're learning how to just talk and role play with people other than just your friends. You know, your closed in little group. Did you get a bonus for killing hunters or runner? No, there's not gonna be any kind of bonus. I thought about doing something like that. But I don't want there to be this big focus on just trying to take people out for a bonus. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a team building exercise, essentially, like Riggs is saying. People have to stay with their team, or can they go on their own? If you're a runner, you're gonna want to stay with your group. I mean, technically speaking, I guess you could go off on your own, but what's the fun in that? You know what I mean? So yeah, you're gonna want to stay with your group. Now, hunters can split up, but the only reason hunters really would be splitting up is just so that they can locate the runners and then call the other hunters to come over and, you know, help, you know, eliminate them. What's going on, Sean? How you doing, man? We're in here talking about the upcoming event that we're going to be having this Friday. Can you loot the hunter if you're a runner? Yeah, I don't think we're going to be doing the whole looting thing, like I said. No, you cannot. Runners are not able to use dirt bikes or anything like that. I've never heard of that, Caden. I'm gonna say no. I don't know. I mean, is there zombies in that? I mean, is it hunters and runners? If so, then yes. But this isn't based off of any movie. This initially was gonna be based off the Running Man movie. But just trying to do that movie was just too difficult, honestly. I was sitting here just scratching my head for like 2 hours, and I was just like, man, I cannot work this out in my head to really do this the way that I want to do it. So I started talking to Mrs. Rhino about the whole plan, and now it's kind of evolved into where we're at right now. It'd be nice if there was airdrops of food and water, but hunters would use that to cheat. Runners can't use vehicles? No. Runners cannot use vehicles. You are running. If you're a runner, you're running, essentially, is the way you can look at that. What else did I want to do? Modified Hunger Games? Can't even really say that. I can't think of anything that this is like currently. Okay. So to get started here, we need to do a little bit of planning. So first things first is this is a safe zone. That's why there's no zombies down here, and this is where you're going to be starting out. So we want people to load in with their first character here, obviously. So we would have to switch that around. I'm going to leave that on the screen for a minute there so you guys can just catch up if you're just joining us on what's going on. I feel like I need to turn down this brightness. I've never really thought about it until now, but now it's like bothering me. All right, that's a little less bright, but honestly, I don't see any difference as far as like on my camera. See, that makes a difference. Look how much brighter it is just bringing that up. That is crazy. Oh my god, bro. That is hilarious. Oh my god, who loves you and who do you love? Just a little tribute to the original Running Man movie. All right. So yeah, I'm trying to think, how do we want to do this? How is this going to go? Okay, so I think that the way we'll do this is we'll have everybody spawn in down here in this area. Essentially like where I am. Hunters and runners. And then I think what we'll do is we'll have a way so that the hunters can get up to their spot then. After they create their character, they would essentially teleport up to where we're going to have the hunter base. And I'm thinking Stab City would be a pretty centralized, good location, because that would give them time that they have to travel down here and give these guys time to kind of travel and get out of there. It also puts them right here at like this fork. So people will have to kind of sneak around their base, essentially. Yeah, I think Stab City will be the hunter base. Okay. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to get this location really quick here. What's going on, Kenny? That's cool, Caden. I appreciate it. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I'll check out the movie. Kill the host. Damn thing is in my way. It's hard to see. All right, so let's all just get a little bit of a visual of like where we're at. This is where we're going to set up kind of this beginning area. To the shop like right here. I got like an eyelash in my eye. I think the way that I think I might restrict this too, so that way that there's not runners coming in here and trying to access the hunter's store. Although it's almost like a risk and reward kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like if you a runner and you risk coming over here. Oh shit, I'm getting my ass kicked by a zombie. If a runner dies, that's it for them? No. Let me pull this back up so you guys can read this while I'm working over here on the other screen. Each team will have one medic. Sorry guys, I'm working on another window here. What are we contemplating? Okay, so what I'm doing right now, Maverick, is I'm I'm looking through to make it so that each one, so there's going to be the hunter shop, and then there's going to be the runner shop. Holy crap, I'm literally about to die. So I want to get those two locations set up, and then what I'm thinking about is, so okay, so what exactly should each group have accessible to them? Excuse me. At the start, and then there's also going to be other shops along the way. I'm not going to be able to set those up on stream because I want those to be kind of hidden. They're not going to be marked on the map. It's going to be kind of like, you know, you happen to stumble upon it kind of thing. So that'll be the only thing really. But we're gonna do a bunch of stuff here, guys, so hang with me if you want to. I know this might be boring at the moment. I'm just working in another window really quickly here. And we're gonna jump in Codewalker as well. So if you want to see how some of the stuff gets set up, you'll be able to see. Riggs, appreciate the 200 stars, brother. Thank you, man. Bobo sending over the raid, too. Thank you, Bobo. I didn't even realize it, bro. Riggs, be careful out there, brother. Appreciate those 200, man. Jason, what's going on, man? How you doing? Water, food, bandages, bat at the start for the runners. We're out there getting wins and COD. Nice, man. Getting some dubs. All right, let me stay focused here. I think all of that should probably be in. You can put gas in there. Proximity mines. I think proximity mines could be cool because you could use them to booby trap. You know, people were, Toby, I think, brought up the booby trap idea. You could use it to booby trap. Let's say the hunters find one of the shops that are out in the middle of the map somewhere. You know, not one of the ones that are marked, but one of the unmarked shops. They find that shop and then they go over and they plant like a proximity mine. There, so that, you know, if somebody comes over, boom, blows up one of them. And then that might even be incentive for the runners to be like, you know, if we see a shop, we don't all just go running over to it. We kind of hide, send one guy over to check it, see if it's okay. Or you even look to see, do we see a proximity mine? Okay, let's shoot it with our super limited amount of ammo that we have. So yeah, I think proximity mines will go in. I like that idea. I think that's a good one. Drug modifiers run longer but hurts over time. It's not a bad idea. Will this be a running event only? Like no cars? So what's up, Kyle? Good to see you too. No cars. The hunters will have access to dirt bikes that they will have to pay for. But runners will never be able to use vehicles. Even if a runner kills a hunter and they see their dirt bike there, they can't use it. So we got to be really strict about that whole thing. Anybody that does that will be immediately just removed from the event and probably banned from any future events. Because we really don't want people that are being shitheads, you know? They ruin the whole thing for everybody. So definitely not worth it to cheat in one of the events. Let's just say that. Alright, so I'm looking through these two different shops. Kyle, why can't you participate, bro? I made this one on Friday, just so that weekend workers can participate. Can you set the time to stay at night time to match the movie? Well, that's the thing. Okay, so this event isn't going off of a movie anymore. It's not. This is completely going to be its own unique experience. I thought about making it nighttime the entire time, but I think it'd be too difficult for the hunters if it's just always nighttime. So it will be cycling through day and night and weather and all of that stuff. All right, let me just double check here. Yeah, I have these backwards. 2, 1, save. Hang on, guys. I'm just getting this list really quick. You work Thursdays through Saturday, bro. Yeah, that's a weird one. I'm gonna keep throwing ideas. Feel free to ignore them. No, right on. That's what it's all about, brother. I'm all for that. So, when is the Last Man Standing event coming? I don't have any ideas. We don't have anything like that lined up so far, bro. I'm not sure the capabilities, but can there be a TV helicopter? Maybe a random spotlight. I mean, there could be a TV helicopter, but I mean, to what end? I mean, what's the goal there? I mean, what's it gonna do? Follow people around? Just, I mean, that could kind of be not fair because then the hunters just look for the helicopter and know where the runners are. You guys are gonna see all of this here in a minute. Don't think that, you're waiting for nothing. You will see the point of all of this in a moment here. I'm just getting this set up. No, I don't think we're gonna do any kind of loot boxes. Thought about the idea of them scavenging and stuff like that, but I kind of want people more focused on running, than scavenging. It's up to you guys, Loud Pedal. You guys will decide what team you want to be on. If you want to be a hunter or if you want to be a runner. You guys will be able to choose before the event, and then you'll randomly get put with other people that are either hunters or runners. I might even pick names like live on stream or something for teams. Do like the random name picker, and then have the teams formulated so everybody knows. If you guys have any ideas, like I said, I'm all for hearing them. Just try to give me, you know, a lot of details along with the idea, you know, just so that I can understand it a little bit better, you know. Still waiting on a Clue murder night. That would be a cool idea too. I like that for a roleplay idea for sure, brother. Murder kitties in the mountains. Oh yeah, there's animals everywhere, Jason. Are you gonna put on a suit and hand out board games to the crowd while you announce the names? Wait, wait, what? What's that from, bro? I don't know what that. It sounds like that's from something. Oops. Should look to see how many more I gotta do. No. We're not basing this off the Running Man movie anymore, guys. I know initially it was called Running Man, but it's now called the Run for Your Life event. So we're not doing the Running Man thing anymore. We're way off of Running Man. Not even in the same vicinity of Running Man movie anymore. Just to kind of clear up any kind of confusion. The Running Man movie, turning in that into like a whole roleplay event, I couldn't make it happen in my mind. I couldn't understand how to do it. So I gave up on that idea. And now we're gonna go along with this new event idea. Yeah, don't get confused, y'all. This is nothing like Running Man anymore. The only similarity at this point is that you are actually running. All right, this is. Well, let's see. Okay. Looking pretty good. Let me just copy paste this over to the next one, and we will check out and see if I got this right. All right, so I think starting out, I think we're gonna have each person start with 10 grand. I think that's gonna be the starting money. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of math off stream and try to figure this all out and add it all up and see how it goes. But I think that's what it's gonna be like. Loud pedal, kind of, yeah. You know, it's kind of like that. I loved playing that as a kid, man. That was so much fun. Justin, what's going on, brother? Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. As that old lady or that guy or whoever it was, like they pick out audience members and then they would like pick the runners or the hunters or whatever, right? Or the stalkers, they were called. And then they were like, yeah, you win this fabulous prize. Yeah, they were giving them shit. And I remember it. You win the home game. Yeah. Is this whole map? Absolutely. All the information about the event is on the screen right here, guys. Friday is the day, this coming Friday, the 24th. Wait a minute. No. No. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. I completely just had an oversight. The 24th is freaking the release of Diablo 2 Remastered, bro. Alright, well, we'll make it all work. We'll make it all work. We'll make it all work. We'll take a break from the whole Diablo thing to do this event, and then we'll probably stay up all night playing Diablo 2 Remastered. Because Friday, Diablo 2 Remastered is being launched. And I am so fucking excited about that. I cannot wait to get into some of that shit, man. Okay. It's a good community game, too. It really is, because you can have up to 8 people in a game. You can do looting. You can do quests together. You can do all kinds of different shit. It's fun time, fun time. Okay, so I've got this one reset. I've got that one reset. It's a bunch of zombies around here. They're all kind of pissed off. Now, I'm going to have to restart the whole server. Actually, before I do that, let me see about getting something else set up here. Try to maximize our efforts here. Okay, so we've got that set. Okay, so somebody else was asking too about if you die. So the short answer there was that each team will have a medic. Okay, but something that needs to be factored in, and this is something else I'm gonna have to work out here, is that the medics will require an item to revive you. Those items will cost money. So in the beginning, you're gonna have to decide, you know, whoever the medic is, they're gonna have to spend their money on, you know, meds and those revival kits. So they're gonna kind of be depending on their teammates, you know, to take care of all of the other needs. Maybe you're gonna have a food guy. This is really gonna be interesting to see. We might have to have a midweek test trial to test out some of these theories to see how it's gonna go. Okay, zombie. Jesus, bro. Zombie is kicking my ass. Okay, so back to what we were saying here, Rhino. Focus. So if you, let's say that the medic doesn't have any more medical supplies. Let's say you used up all your med supplies. You can't revive anybody. Then what happens? Then you would respawn back at the beginning. That's how we'll do it. If you die and you aren't revived, you respawn at the beginning. Oh, I actually have another idea too. This will work out perfect. So then you're like, okay, well, what if you're a hunter and you die? You're going to respawn down here at the same location? That's all going to be handled for the hunter side of things. So the way that the hunters is going to be is that they will have the ability to use a teleporter to get up to their location. And then you could be like, well, what if one of the runners used the teleporter? Oh, well, that's easy. You just lock that down so that only hunters can use it. So that can take care of that. Okay, so that takes care of the revival. We have the initial spawn, the revival. Yeah, I did get knocked out, brother. Can we, what all can we help with suggestion-wise for RP, world building-wise for this event? I mean, if you got ideas, brother, by all means, suggest them, present them to me in whatever way you want, and we'll try to, you know, if it's feasible, we can try to work it in for sure. Yeah, and she votes for Arnold. She's like, she's like, I want to pick. Was it Jack? Oh, no, that's from another one of. I was gonna say Jack Slater, but that's from. Oh my gosh. Last Action Hero. What is his name in The Running Man? Oh, wait. Let me think about this. It gets said several times. The Butcher of Bakersfield. Man, why can't I remember his name? I know his name in like all of his freaking movies. Is Doug Quaid and Total Recall. What is his name in Running Man? Richards! Ben Richards! That's what it is. Ben Richards. That's it. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate it. You guys are great. Ben Richards. And she's like, I pick Ben Richards. And they're like, you can't pick Ben Richards. You gotta pick one of the stalkers. And she's like, I can pick whoever the hell I want. That Ben Richards is a bad motherfucker. It's great. Classic. Wonder what I'm gonna eat. I haven't eaten anything yet today. Really don't have an appetite at the moment. Okay, so we got that. Chris, I mean, you could do it for 1,000 if you go up a little bit higher, man. Say you throw like 1,300 at it, maybe. You'd be a little bit better off. I made some spicy nuggets. You made some spicy nuggets? I don't think I want chicken. I don't know what I want, bro. I kind of want breakfast. I don't know. Okay, I'm dead apparently. Probably bled out. All right, we're gonna log out of here really quick. We're gonna restart this. And then I think actually before we restart this, let's jump into Code Walker. Yeah, let's jump into Code Walker. I guess my question was more, if it's not Running Man, what is going to be the world? So RP wise, I know what to go for when brainstorming RP ideas. So let me think about this. I'm kind of confused about your question. I guess my question was more, if it's not Running Man, what is the world going to be RP wise? Okay, so I was thinking about this, bro, and I had a couple ideas running through my head, and I'm like, okay, RP wise, it could be that the world, the ultra wealthy in the world take people, randomly kidnap them, take them to this island that has been infested with zombies, and then it's like a game. It's like a game show, essentially, for them to watch, right? So they place these runners, these innocent people, at the starting location, and they're like, if you make it up to here, you get on a helicopter and you get get your freedom, right? Maybe even get some money on top of it back in the real world. The hunters could all be homicidal maniacs that are either from prison. That's a way to deal with prison populations. They just find murderers in the world and kidnap them and place them in this situation. We could brainstorm about all of that, absolutely. Kind of like the death race thing, like Maverick just said. Kind of like similar to that ideal. Homeless first prison inmates. Yeah, it's almost like that. It's like they gather up homeless people and they put them down here and they say, you got to get to the other end, and then they gather up a bunch of prison inmates and you say, you got to kill these people before they can get to the end. And for every person you kill, that's 10 years off your sentence. Kill. I know I said kill, but whatever. Words are hard. So yeah, I think that could be kind of like the roleplay scenario, if you will, for the world. Maverick says, now I want Crappy on my team. There's going to be a lot of people that want people on their team. But this is the thing. This is why I want to split everybody up, because we already know. And listen, I don't have a problem with you guys wanting to play with your friends, right? I want to play with my friends too. It makes sense. You know what I mean? You have your favorites that you want to always play with. But if we randomize the teams, you can meet somebody who's your best friend that you didn't even know was your best friend. Honestly. Or you can meet somebody and you'd be like, I hate this freaking person. I never want to play with this person again. Well, at least now you know. So it's kind of a team building exercise. It's a way for you guys to make new friends, especially in roleplay. You know what I mean? Meet new people in the community, make new friends, and go out there and try to survive together with people that you have no idea about. You don't know if you can rely on them or not until you get out there and you see, So that's kind of the idea for the randomized teams. That would be awesome. You need to do a death race. Actually, a death race does sound like a pretty cool idea. I'm not gonna lie, because there is a highway system loop all the way around the map. You could definitely do something like that. Sabotage that person you don't like. You could, bro. Like, say you're all running from the zombies, and this whole time you hate your one team member. He's just a shit. He just sucks. He's screwing us over the whole time. And you could get to this point, and you could be like, you're all being chased by zombies, and you freaking shoot him in the leg, bro. And he falls on the ground and you all just keep running. Now, you better hope that the zombies get that guy, because if he doesn't, bro, he could be looking for you guys somewhere else. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of that kind of role play that can get involved with this. This isn't just a video game thing. This is just the outline of what the role play is going to be involved in, if that makes sense. So this will exist, and then the role play will kind of build on top of it. That's why I want to have a community meeting, maybe on Wednesday, to discuss this more with everybody, get some input, get everybody on the same page, like I like to do. So Yeah, I know this has been a lot of talking. Let's get Code Walker fired open so you guys can see what's going on. Yeah, right on, brother. Yeah, we'll get more of it broken down too as we move forward and we can all discuss and brainstorm. Like I said, man, I really came into this, like I put the idea out there like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a Running Man event. And then when I actually go to put it to paper, it's like, how do I make this work? There's a lot in Running Man that you don't see. You know what I mean? There's a lot of in-between scenes, if you will. So yeah. Uh-oh. Did this freeze? I think I froze it up when I enabled and then disabled all of that. Yeah, I definitely like froze up my PC. Force that shit closed, bro. Guys, give me a minute. I will be right back. I need to grab myself a drink and use the bathroom real quick. So I'm just going to let you guys observe the map of GTA. Look at that beautiful world. All right. All right. Who's still out there with me? All right. Here's the world of Grand Theft Auto 5. And this is the frozen world of Grand Theft Auto 5. And you're like, what the hell? What is this? Yeah, this is this other little town here. Not much substance here, but it'd be kind of cool to do like a little roleplay story out here almost. Anyways, back to what we're doing. So here is going to be our starting area. We're going to do... Looks like the clothing selection is going to be over here. Item selection is going to be over here. Brainstorming in my mind. So, let me pull up some stuff to use. Man, I'm not gonna lie. I want food, but I don't know what I want. Yeah, what's it called, Kyle? What's that place called? Starts with a K maybe or something? I can't remember. Essentially what I'm doing here is I'm looking for a section of fencing. I already have like a good idea of fencing, but I'm just looking to see if I find something new that I would like. Probably go with this. Just copy that. Actually, what is this? Alright, we're gonna create a new Y map. Here we go. Put a new entity in here. Good lord, Rhino. There, I'll just put that there just to prevent people from climbing that ladder. I mean, I shouldn't even have to go to these lengths, but Sometimes people are dumb. Oh, one more. All right. We had Arby's for lunch. Nice. DoorDash for the win. North Yankton. That's it. Yankton. That's it. Thank you, Kyle. What was I gonna say? DoorDash. Should I do some DoorDash? What am I gonna get from DoorDash if I was gonna do DoorDash right now? Ah, man, some conviction chicken wouldn't be a terrible idea. Should we do that right now? Get ahead of the game. Let's do it. It's like I'm not totally hungry right now. I'm getting hungry, and it's gonna take like an hour to get here. So if I order it now, by the time I am hungry, it should be here, theoretically. What the hell are we listening to? This is Facebook music. Just if you guys are wondering about the music selection here today, this is just Facebook's free music, so I just put it on random. Timmy, appreciate the 50 stars and the 50 before that, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you, sir. Breakfast all day, McDonald's. They don't really do that anymore like they used to, bro. Like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Maybe it depends on the McDonald's. Yeah, 48 to 55 minutes. It's so stupid because it says delivery time 48 to 55 minutes, right? But before that on the other screen, it said 12 minutes. $18 lunch. Order some tea too. Oh, bro, I got plenty of tea. Don't you worry. Okay. So we're getting our fencing set up here. We need to. Is there like a clothes rack or something along those lines? You know what? There is a clothes rack. It's like you got to build this shit yourself, bro. That's kind of cool. So grab one of those. Make sure we're still in our same project. Pop this clothes rack down. Clothes are over here though, so we need to move this. Beautiful. No, it's not two. Son of a bitch. It's just clothes. Don't like that model. Don't like that model either. So I have a space at the end of this. Oh. Some of this stuff is supposed to go like in like a specific location, so I think that's why it's not showing up. And we can test this there just to make sure that I do have this in the right spot. Yeah. How does their chicken compare? What do you mean, Kyle? The conviction chicken? To what? Compared to... I'll tell you, I love conviction chicken. It's like a TGI Fridays company. But man, that chicken is just really good. I just really like it. I enjoy it. It's really crispy. If you guys ever heard me do the crunch on stream, you know just how crispy that chicken is. It's kind of weird. Why are these... Must be other objects that are supposed to be there, part of that. This to be like right there. If you're watching this is just very rudimentary, like just to make it so that when you come in and you go to do your clothing selection, you know, you're kind of standing at a place where there are some clothes that these people just threw there for you to kind of, you know, sort through and pick out some clothing to do your whole thing. It's not meant to be super realistic or accurate or anything along those lines, so try not to judge it too hard here, guys. Why do I keep opening that? All right. KFC or Wise? Oh, Both are really good, Kyle. That's tough, man. They're both pretty unique. Honestly, they're both really good. I love some Wise fried chicken. Oh, conviction chicken is like chicken tenders. It's not like fried chicken. It's like yeah, it's like really good chicken tenders basically. You can get them seasoned and all kinds of shit like that. DoorDash to pay for Ed's lunch. Appreciate the 100 stars there, my man. Thank you, Timmy. I appreciate it, bro. Okay. We need just give me some boxes here. Let me see some boxes. What do we got box wise? I just want to make a little bit of atmosphere here for the starting area. You know, put a little bit of thought into things here. Dropping another. KFC has delicious chicken sandwich. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong here. KFC is banging. I've been missing KFC since I've moved here because the closest KFC is like 30 minutes away. And I just, I don't know. I'm weirdo. Like if I was back in PA, I would drive there because it's like, I know everything like the back of my hand. But here it's like kind of like an adventure. I just don't feel like